Hey y'all, Zach, the legal tech advisor here at Lawyerist. Today I'd like to show you a little bit about what Lawyaw has done since Clio's acquisition. And the biggest thing is that they have been hard at work adding court forms to their forms library. So here we are at the dashboard for my test account. And just to show you around, we've got sets, court forms, word templates. And so word templates is the templates that you can make on your own using the Lawyaw add-in and Word. And then the court forms is where they've created these ready-made forms for you to be able to use in your practice. And we'll just kind of pop through here. And you can see a lot of federal forms that are related to immigration. And they've got a lot in here. That's the impressive part, is how many they've got. But let's go back. And they've had the California forms for quite some time. This is where they started. So we've got things like unlawful detainer eviction, property declaration, how to ask the court to seal your records. And then let's go back. So that's California forms. Then we've got California regional forms. But what's been added recently is Florida, Georgia, Illinois, New York, and Texas. And again, they have the main state forms. And they're adding a lot as they go still, but those states are pretty comprehensive at this time. And then you also have the regional forms, because we all know that there are some specific regions, some specific jurisdictions that the courts or the judges or even the clerks do things a little bit differently and require slightly different forms. One of the things that this new unification of court forms and word templates has allowed us to do, though, that we weren't previously able to do, is to add multiple court forms and word templates that we've created to the same document set. And I'll show you here. And we're just going to kind of do this very quickly. So it's not going to be anything specific. Obviously, you would be doing this with the correct things. So we're going to do an order regarding remote appearance. We're going to do a notice of remote appearance. And then let's just say that we're doing an application to determine let's just do a short form order after hearing. So this over here on the right-hand side, as you've seen, is where all of the forms that I've selected have gone into a selection little area. The new thing is that if we go to the word templates and we look at something like the litigation package letter, that is a template that I've created, and we add that to this selection over here, then we can work with all of these at the same time, which is a new thing that has happened since the Clio acquisition. And so we can save this as a new set. Let's call this something that doesn't really matter, because these are not something I'm actually going to use. But we still need to know what it is. So we save it. And once it's saved, we can reuse these things in the sets. Now, what we could have also done is, since it's over here in our selection, we could just go to draft new documents. But I want to show you in the set, we see all the documents that are there. And we go draft new document set. So our document set title is that. If we had this connected to Clio or something else, or some other law practice management system, we'd be able to get to our matters here. But right now, I've already created a matter for Laurel versus Hardy. We hit next. And it's going to ask me all the information that it needs for these specific document sets. So we're going to need a full name. We need the case name, and then some client information. And so we'll fill out some of this stuff. And our client, let's just say it is Oliver Hardy, law firm name. State bar number. Phone number. All right, so we filled out all the information that's required from all of these documents that we're generating. Actually, apparently we haven't. So we're going to do a hearing date. Christmas. And I don't practice in California, so I don't know exactly what all of these need. So some of this information, some of you that actually use these forms are probably going to know more than I will on this. I may look ridiculous, but this is just to show you how it looks. And you see over here all of the sections that have been done correctly. So we've got all of the information in the ones that have the green check mark. And so we may want to go back up to some of these, and we're missing something. And once we put that in, you see it gets the green check mark. And so other party. And so everything has a green check mark. We hit generate documents at the bottom right-hand side. And we can preview the document within the application here. And we can also edit some things that we didn't put into the system. So we can edit pretty simply here, as if we're in an Adobe PDF. And so this is FL 688. We can then go to edit the next one. And all the information that we put in is brought in. Edit the next one. And these are court documents that have been created already and already in the system. Then this last one is something that was created and put into the system by me. So we could also e-sign this. We could download it and send it to a client. So I'm going to download all to a zip. And that's something that I can just send to my client for review or to edit or something like that. So that is some of what's new in the Lawyaw library. So they've added a bunch of court forms. And if you'd like to see more, you can always go to www.lawyaw.com. I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned something, and I will see you next time around the Lawyerist ecosystem.